What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be doing another redoing an off-season rebuild. That is the Portland Trailblazers. Also kind of redoing the trade deadline and how things went down for them and how they kind of decided to trade a lot of those guys for a little bit of nothing. I mean, you have a couple things hanging your hat on, but I feel like I could have done a better job, well, at least in 2K anyway. So that's what we're doing today. Leave a like on this video, and of course, subscribe if you're new. Let's jump right into this. So you may be asking me why I'm wearing a Lakers shirt today. Well, that was because I originally planned on doing a Lakers offseason rebuild to start the offseason series, and I have planned this, for when the regular season ends. But unfortunately, 2K, as we know, is a weird game. It sucks. It does, because every 2K share scenario file I downloaded, and I made sure to do this before I started recording. I simulated that season, of course, the rest of the season, simulated the playoffs, and then simulated the next season to see if it would do that stupid glitch where it stops and then you can't simulate any further, and it did it both times. I downloaded 2K share scenario file. So I don't really have time to make my own share scenario basically today. So I plan on doing that tonight and having that series ready. So I'm really disappointed. Wanted to do a Lakers one today, but 2K is terrible. So regardless, we're doing this one today. So we're redoing the Blazers offseason. Of course, CJ McCollum is still here. Norman Powell is still here. Robert Covington. All your players are still here. Obviously, Norman Powell, we needed to re-sign him, which we did. I still plan on re-signing him, but maybe in a different way. We'll see what happens. So basically, what the Blazers should have done this offseason, in my personal opinion, this is what I think should have happened. And then this maybe would have made the trade deadline look a little different. Neil O'Shea obviously was still running things at this point. But let's just get started. So to the draft lottery we go. And of course, we're going to have the Thunder win #1 overall pick. And then for our draft pick, which at this point, we do not have it. It goes to the Rockets. That's right. So the Rockets have our draft pick. And on staff signing, we have Chauncey Billups. And then all this could stay all of that could stay the same. Not worried about that. We can get Keith Knox. Not to confuse it with Kevin Knox, who looked like it could have been there, but it's not Kevin Knox. So, but yes, guys, I do plan on doing an off-season rebuild series, of course, like usual. So be on the lookout for that. Like I said, I wanted to start it today with the Lakers being eliminated from playoff contention, but I have to make my own file. I got to make sure all the trades are updated. I got to make sure all the draft picks are correct. And that's going to take some time. I didn't really have time to do it this morning. So why would the Wizards want to interview Scott Brooks? They just had him, but regardless. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. I really wish I could have just used a 2K share scenario file, but like I said, it freezes it every time, man. You really can't do anything. I don't know if I'm the only one having that problem too. If you guys do use share scenario files, like freezes for you, definitely let me know, because it happens to me all the time. And I don't understand why, but it's only in share scenarios. It works everywhere else. I don't get it, but regardless, draft night, here we come. So on draft night, I don't think there's anything I really want to do. I think, of course, this offseason where I was really hammering on, we should trade CJ McCollum. Now, I did love CJ. Of course, we inevitably did trade him, but I do want to explore trading him here for a second so we can get Tobias Harris. So, of course, this offseason, you're really focusing on trying to get a good player around Damian Lillard, basically. This is like one of your last chances to do so. So far, what I want is not popping up. So, obviously, Damian Lillard would have been, or Tobias Harris, Jeremy Grant's cool, but not really what I'm looking for. Robert Covington, we still do have his money as well. But no draft picks in this draft, so I guess we can just go straight past the draft, to be honest with you. So going to team and player options, we got Nurkic, of course, going to accept. Norman Powell declines. Anthony Simons, we're going to accept. And Nasir Little, we're going to accept. Derrick Jones actually accepts, so which is awesome. So we could use him in a trade as well. That was used to go get Larry Nance. I might do something differently today. Zach Collins is a restricted free agent who walked to the San Antonio Spurs. But Norman Powell, I do want to bring him back, I think, for this team going forward. Of course, you got Kawhi Leonard, Chris Paul, but the Blazers were never going to be able to get any of these guys. We have no money to do that. So, again, I think it all starts with a CJ McCollum trade, which is what you want to do here. So, a CJ McCollum trade. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. So, now that we got the regular season coming to an end, March Madness is over, and of course, now we have playoff basketball coming soon. So, what better way to make playoff basketball even more fun by playing a game we like to call Prize Picks over here. Prize Picks is a game where you're literally just picking overs or unders on NBA players or any sport you really want to in general. So basically, show you a few examples of some times that I've won some money playing this game. It's just so much fun. Basically, you just pick a player because they have numbers up all the time. You can either choose between over or under, obviously, and then you're literally playing nobody but the number. So you don't have to worry about facing anybody else and someone else beating you. It's literally you versus the projections, and it's so much fun. And if you want to go ahead and download it, the link's in the description below. Use my promo code Crushables, and they match up to 100%, deposit match up to $100. So it's so much fun. Might as well join it. I would love to see you guys play some prize picks. Ideally, you got Zach LaVine popping up, Kevin Love, Al Horford, Kyle Anderson, Tyler Hero, Miles Bridges, which Miles Bridges did develop into the guy that could have been nice for us, but don't really see that happening. OG Anunoby would be cool as well. Wouldn't be bad, but I don't know why Toronto would do that. So my ideal favorite guy, of course, as you guys should probably know, who I wanted us to go get, and that is Ben Simmons. So I'm going to try to work out a trade. CJ McCollum for Ben Simmons. Obviously, this did not happen. Daryl Morey ultimately got James Harden. But this is the trade I would have done to get a good defender here in Portland. And then you had Norman Powell, Ben Simmons, Damian Lillard. I think it could have been interesting. Obviously, Ben Simmons hasn't been healthy either. So this really maybe wouldn't have worked out at all. But I'm going to offer it. They don't agree. So obviously, we would have to probably throw in some picks, which I would have been willing to do in order to try to do something. Maybe throw in CJ McCollum, I guess, if that moves the needle for them. And they still do not accept. So I guess maybe getting Ben Simmons will not be an option for us today. I wouldn't throw in Robert Covington, or I wouldn't throw in Nasir Little. I guess Robert Covington I wouldn't be opposed to throwing in, but it's going to be quite a bargain for them, or it's going to be tough for them to be able to do this. I mean, maybe Seth Curry. I don't know if that gets it. They want a second round pick. They'll give me Shake Milton as well. You know, I wouldn't know. I don't know why the Sixers would do this, but I'm going to make this trade. I'm going to get Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, and Shake Milton for 2 first-round picks, Robert Covington, a second, and CJ McCollum. So just like that, we make that trade, and we get Ben Simmons as the guy next to Damian Lillard. So obviously Ben Simmons goes ahead and is going to move. Well, point guard, he's an 84, so I guess power forward, he's an 85. Right now, we'll put him at small forward since he's his best at 87, but Ben Simmons and Damian Lillard could have been interesting. We didn't get to see it, obviously, but it could have been interesting. So with that now, you have Damian Lillard, Anthony Simons. You have Seth Curry and Shake Milton for now at the shooting guard spots, which is nice. But it's not really what I'm looking for. So I might end up flipping Seth Curry and then Ben Simmons, Derek Jones, which we might throw Derek Jones and Seth Curry in a trade together. Then you don't really have a power forward. And then Nurkic is your center right now, which Nurkic isn't terrible at spacing the floor. I mean, he can do it, but it's not really what you want him to do. So I do want to re-sign Norman Powell. So as we know, Norman Powell got around $17 million a year. So I think it's safe to give him that. So I think it was 5 years as well. We gave it to him. So I'm going to give him 17 over 5 years. And I think that's what he got in real life. So if I remember correctly. So we'll get Norman Powell back. Carmelo Anthony's a free agent, but I don't think Carmelo would have ever came to Portland. I don't think it would have made sense for us to bring him back either. We need a defense, and he didn't really bring that, obviously. So DeMarcus Cousins, Frank Kaminsky, PJ Tucker. I mean, any of those guys would be awesome, but now I want to make that trade, like I said. So we got Norman Powell back, which he will be the starting shooting guard for this team. So Norman Powell will be the starting shooting guard for this team, which makes way more sense than him playing small forward. So it'll be Damian Lillard and Norman Powell in the backcourt with Ben Simmons. And then you either need a small forward or power forward to be the starter. So Derek Jones Jr. and Seth Curry probably would be inserted into a trade together in order to make something happen. Of course, Anthony Simons could develop this year, but we don't know that at this point. So let's see if we can get something decent for Seth Curry and also Derek Jones thrown together. So looking at the trade finder, just trying to make up a trade for these two alone, not really finding anything that great, obviously, but Jeremy Lamb looks like the best player we possibly could have gotten. Was trying to get TJ Warren, but the Pacers was asking for Nurkic, and I just couldn't do that. Obviously, would have loved to have kept Covington around. Maybe he could be the starter there, and then Jay Crowder wouldn't be bad either. But I guess Jeremy Lamb would do for the year, and hopefully that ends up working out. Again, I mean, if it doesn't, I guess we could just always trade him away. So Jeremy Lamb and Justin Holiday, I mean, the money matches up, and that just gives us a little bit better of a fit and a little bit better overall-wise as well. So that moves Simmons to power forward, obviously. So now you kind of have a new lineup of Damian Lillard, Anthony Simons, Norman Powell, Shake Milton. You got Ben Simmons and Jeremy Lamb, and Nasir Little and Justin Holiday. And then you have, obviously, that's going to be Ben Simmons at power forward and then Nurkic at center. So, yeah, that's what you kind of come up with. And then, you guys, you could sign Whiteside, I guess, to a minimum contract. You can have Hassan Whiteside joining the team again, so he can be a Portland. Never mind. He's not become Portland Trailblazers. You got Kaminsky, Taj Gibson, JaVale McGee, Alex Lynn. So any of these guys would be fine as a backup option. Obviously, the Blazers got Cody Zeller. So JaVale McGee, to me, makes a little bit of sense. So we'll offer him a 1-year deal to be our backup center. And that will probably be right around what we could have. So that is going to be the offseason. I would have personally, I forgot about Zach Collins. I guess bring back Zach Collins. That could be cool as well. But Simmons up to an 87. Zach Collins, JaVale McGee's down. Zach Collins, you could technically play the backup center if you brought him back, which, he's healthy. He's not terrible. So Lillard, Simons, you got Powell, Milton, Simmons, Jeremy Lamb, and then obviously we're going to have Ben Simmons probably fill out that power forward position. So yeah, you know what? I thought it was that's kind of the offseason I would have loved to have seen. Obviously, would have loved a little bit of an upgrade over over Jeremy Lamb. I think TJ Warren's who I kind of wanted. I think that could have made some sense, but obviously it was kind of hard to work out there. So we take a look at the rotation going into this next season with what we got now in place. Whoa, Myers Leonard on the Portland Trailblazers. That brings back flashbacks, but no thank you. So we're gonna have to move Ben Simmons to power forward right now. So Ben Simmons goes down to 85, which is quite unfortunate, but Simmons at power forward. So they want to start Nasir Little, which I get, but I can't get behind that. Unfortunately, I'm going to have Jeremy Lamb start in there, which I think makes a little bit more sense. So it's Damian Lillard, Norman Powell, Jeremy Lamb, Ben Simmons, Nurkic, Nasir Little. Anthony Simons is a 6-man, so I'm going to move Nasir Little down a little bit more. I actually want to run a 9-man rotation as well. So again, I appreciate Nasir Little, but I don't know if he would have been starting like that. I wouldn't mind him being like the last guy off the bench, though, for sure. So like 10, 11 minutes for sure for him. And then Jeremy Lamb, about 30. Simons, I want to get about 30 as well. And then Shake Milton, Zach Collins getting some decent minutes. So yeah, I think that's what I would love to have seen. So this is going to be the rotation for the year. We're going to have to hope it's good enough. Proficiency-wise, 3.5 for perimeter-centric. But Ben Simmons brings a defense we could have used for sure on this team, because obviously this team is lackluster, or been lackluster in that. So he could have been that guy for that. But we'll simulate this season, and we'll see how this goes with Damian Lillard and Ben Simmons paired together. So Nurkic as the center still as well, and then move Chauncey Billups' coaching preferred system, and we'll see how this team performs. So at the end of the season, James Harden still as a Brooklyn Net ends up winning MVP for the Nets, and then Rookie of the Year goes to Jalen Suggs on the Detroit Pistons. Kemba Walker's 6-man on the Thunder. Giannis Defensive Player, Maxi's Most Improved, and Chauncey Billups goes Coach of the Year as we went 58-24. And ended up being the first seed in the Western Conference, surprisingly enough. But James Harden, Luka, Giannis, LeBron, Jokic, All-NBA second team, Stephen Curry, Trae Young, Kevin Durant. Don't tell me Damian Lillard didn't make an All-NBA team. Like, how the hell do we get first seed and Dame's not an All-NBA player? That don't make any sense. But we'll see. I guess we'll go ahead and see. Here's your All-Rookie second team. Of course, we have a guy that doesn't belong here, but, it is 2K. Can't be too surprised. So, first seed in the West, though, like I said. Let's go take a look at the player stats. 25 from Damian Lillard. It was 20 from Ben Simmons, 15.5 from Anthony Simons, 14. So I did boost up shot tendencies. So towards the start of the season, we were kind of, mediocre. But when I boosted up shot tendencies, things just changed because everyone's shot tendency was like 60 or lower, and Dame's just a 97. So as soon as I changed like Ben Simmons, Simons shot tendency a little bit, and then Nurkic, or not Nurkic, but Norm Powell, things changed dramatically. Even Jeremy Lamb was solid, 38% from the 3. So Jeremy Lamb wasn't a bad acquisition to the team. Again, it is the first seeded team, and then Shake Milton, 11 points, which I don't know if we would have gotten him in the trade. Obviously, if this trade did happen, hypothetically, Ben Simmons for CJ. And it looks like the Sixers are in the play-in, so they didn't even make the playoffs yet anyway. And now they're in. So they got, if we look at Philadelphia's team, because I'm curious to see what it looks like. So you got Maxey, CJ McCollum, Josh Hart, which I like that pickup. And then Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, Triano, Matisse Thybulle, Covington, and Torrey Craig. I mean, to be honest with you, I think the Sixers could have walked away decently if, obviously they have James Harden, so they did good. But, CJ McCollum, either picks or Robert Covington with that, I think would have put the Sixers in a good position as well, because we all see what CJ has done in New Orleans as the main ball handler. So, obviously you'd have Maxey with him, but regardless, whatever. So, playing the San Antonio Spurs here in round 1. Take a look at the Spurs roster. It's DeJounte Murray, Derek White. They still have DeMar DeRozan, which is interesting. Keldon Johnson, Jakob Poeltl, Tyler Singletary is that guy that made one of the all-rookie teams. So hopefully we don't fall victim to losing to an 8th-seeded team here. I really like what we have going here in Portland, obviously. So let's see what happens. Somebody current round, and we are up 2-1, and we beat them in 6. I was a little nervous there, but we beat them in 6 games, and we take care of business. Keldon Johnson had 26 in that game 6, but Damian Lillard had 28 and 13, while Nurkic had 27. So if Nurkic is playing his best basketball, Blazers are tough to beat. But now we have to play the Phoenix Suns. We got Chris Paul, D Book, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, DeAndre Ayton, Dario Saric, Cameron Johnson, Alec Burks, and Jalen Smith. So definitely some work to be done here. So now we get to play the Phoenix Suns, who have obviously Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, DeAndre Ayton, Darius Saric, Cameron Johnson, Alec Burks. So this will be a tough series. See what happens. Game 1, we're up 1-0. So good start. 29 points from Anthony Simons, which is good to see. So Anthony Simons is chipping in like we'd want him to. Game 2, they even it up. Not surprisingly, not a good performance out of anybody. Dame only at 15 points. Definitely need him better than that. Game 3, we're up 2-1. Game 4, we're up 3-1. And game 5, we beat them in 5. Okay, W. Now I get to play the New Orleans Pelicans, surprisingly enough, right? We kind of knew this was probably going to happen. So we got Zion Williamson, Steven Adams. They have Jalen Green in New Orleans, which is awesome for them. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Brandon Ingram, Zion, Steven Adams, Kyler Lewis. So, well, boys, we'll see what happens here. Can we take down the Pelicans, or are the Pelicans just going to rise above everything because it's the way 2K likes it? 148-136, 40-10 over the Pelicans, or Damian Lillard 40-10. We're up 2-0, up 2-1. They do even it up though, not surprisingly at all. Obviously, it is the Pelicans, so I'm gonna simcast here because we have a chance to already make it to the finals in the first season. So that would obviously be incredible if we could do that, but I think the Pelicans might have something to say about it, unless we come back in the end here, which I don't think we are. So we lose 3-2. We lose on our home floor. Not a good look. So I think the last thing I want to do here is I want to push this to an 8-man rotation to give myself the best possible ability to potentially beat the Pelicans game 6 and force a game 7. So here we go. Have to win this game 6. It's a must win or we go home. This is the closest Dame has been to the NBA Finals. Of course, as we know, we made it to the Western Conference Finals against the Warriors, but we got swept. We've won 2 games in this Western Conference Finals so far. So winning another one would be awesome. It's a close back and forth game, but it looks like the Pelicans are starting to run away with it. It's 114-121, and unfortunately we come up short. Of course, it's the Pelicans. So we lose in 6 to the New Orleans Pelicans, and we have the Celtics beating them in 5. So not a bad season. Not a bad season whatsoever. But of course, maybe, just maybe, we can make this team even better somehow. So Western Conference Finals appearance is a huge W. You have Anthony Simons impending free agency now. So that'll be interesting to see how we go about that. And then we might have someone else who's a free agent. So definitely some work to be done here for sure. So let's go to, I don't even think we have a draft pick. Obviously, we've kind of traded a lot of our draft picks, but I'll check just to be safe. So no picks. So let's go straight to player options as we have Shake Milton, Nasir Little, which we will bring back. Qualifying offers, Zach Collins, Anthony Simons. Wouldn't mind having them both back, of course. And then free agency, you got Nurkic, who is also a free agent. So we probably need to bring him back because I don't think we have money to do anything else. So Damian Lillard, Norman Powell, Shake Milton, still love that. And then you got Nasir Little and Ben Simmons, and then no center. So Nurkic 100% has to be a guy we bring back, like no doubt in my mind. So Nurkic, we'll sign him back. I don't want to renounce Jeremy Lamb. I actually wouldn't mind signing and trading Jeremy Lamb. Attach an asset with him, maybe. We'll see how that goes. It's not going to give me the ability to re-sign Simons, I don't think, even though he is a restricted free agent. So I'm not sure why that wouldn't be the case, but it is 2K. So, I mean, why am I surprised? I'm not. So let's go see if he's still out here. All positions affordable. So Jeremy Lamb is somebody we could sign back, and he actually had a really solid season for us. So I think I do want him back now. Do I want to keep him around is the question. I'm offering him a 2-year deal for sure. So all positions affordable is what I want to look into. So Whiteside, Lamb, Gallinari, Michael Green. But I'm going to sign Jeremy Lamb back. So he is signed, which is awesome. But I don't understand why I can't get Anthony Simons on like a long contract right now. That would be awesome if I could. But like I said, there he is. Can we offer it? No, it's not going to let me. So not sure why that's the case. I mean, he is restricted. Or does it say he's unrestricted? I don't know. It went away. So, all right. What can I do to potentially make the roster even better? So we got Nurkic. Unless if it's like a sign and trade with Nurkic to get a better center. But I don't know if that's really something we can really do. I mean, Miles Turner would fit a little bit better next to Ben Simmons. I'm not sure whether the Pacers would do that, though. Unless we were like attaching a draft pick or a young player, which I don't really want to do. So I think we're stuck with Nurkic, which is fine by me. He's got a B- 3-point shot here in 2K. So that doesn't look too bad. Jeremy Lamb, though, is one guy I might take a look at with throwing Nasir Little in the trade with him to see if like a better option pops up. So we could get a Vika Zubac and Terrence Mann from the Clippers. which would be 2 rotational pieces, Harrison Barnes, and a first-round pick. So I like Harrison Barnes, but I don't know if that moves the needle for us. Kyle Kuzma, Joe Harrison, Cameron Payne, Monte Morris, Goga Bitadze, Dario Saric, Cameron Johnson, and Draymond Green, which obviously Draymond Green is awesome, but he's gone down overall. So I think I'm comfortable doing this trade, though. Terrence Mann, he didn't even attempt the 3 last season, interestingly enough, but he shot 40% before that. But this gives us a better small forward. Well, not really. It gives us the potential to get better. Jeremy Lamb might go down overall. And it gives us a backup center in Ivica Zubac. So I'm going to make this trade just to make the bench, the rotation, just to look a little bit better. I said last year was a Western Conference Finals appearance. Definitely think that's possible again. And of course, at this point, we really just have to be at the mercy of 2K and wait for Simmons and Zach Collins, which if they do get offers, we should bring them back. So Anthony Simons, Zach Collins, if we get them, that'd be great. And we do get Zach Collins, and we do get them both back, which is a W. So Damian Lillard going down 2 overall sucks. Ben Simmons going down sucks. Norm Powell, Terrence Mann. But like I said, we made the rotation just a little bit more well-rounded, I guess. So Simon's up to an 80. Norm Powell and Shake Milton. So maybe explore the idea of trading Norm Powell away, I guess. I don't know. Because technically what we could do, since we are probably going to be doing this season, is have Simons move to shooting guard and then trade Powell for a better small forward. That might be something we could do. So let's try it. So Norm Powell in a trade, which I love Norm Powell, don't get me wrong. But if I did trade Norm Powell away and potentially got like a better small forward out of the, like Tim Hardaway, 38%. Just another small forward option. DeMar DeRozan even as a guy we could put next to Dame, but I don't know. That sounds cool and all, but I'm not sure that really does anything for us. Or I guess we could just move Norm Powell to small forward and just roll with it that way, because I know he'll go up in overall and everything. So he's up to a 79 if we move him to small forward. I don't know what the hell they're doing outside, but it is so loud. Shake Milton, and then we're going to move Anthony Simons to shooting guard. So that will be kind of the plan, I think. So I don't know if this will change much for the team, but it's Damian Lillard, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then Zach Collins, we can move to like power forward. So it'll be 9. So 9-man rotation. Zach Collins is up as well. So yeah, I mean, solid. I think it's decent. So we made the rotation a little bit more well-rounded. Obviously, moving Powell back to small forward isn't the most ideal thing in the world, but we'll roll with it for now, and we'll see what the rotation is going to look like this season and see what 2K thinks about it. So it is Damian Lillard, Anthony Simons starting now, Norm Powell, Ben Simmons, Nurkic, Zubac, Zach Collins, Terrence Mann, and then Shake Milton to round up the rotation for a 9-man rotation. So, all right, I like that. Proficiency is 4 perimeter centric. Let's simulate this season, and let's see if we can maybe make it to the Western Conference Finals again. So this season, my man Damian Lillard wins an MVP award, 33 points, 11 assists, 50-40-90 club for the man. So MVP goes to Dame, and I know most of you or some of you are going to think I override this, but I swear on everything I didn't. Victor wins Rookie of the Year on the Pistons. Spencer Dinwiddie is your 6th man. Yaz defensive player. Onyeka Okongwu is your most approved, and Taylor Jenkins is your coach of the year. So he went 59-23. So it looks like the Grizzlies might have leapfrogged us. Dame All-NBA first team though. Rightfully so after winning MVP. Awesome. All-NBA second team, All-NBA third team, offensive first team, and all defensive second team. So second seed in the Western Conference for us. If we take a look at the player stats, it's 33 from Dame, 18 from Anthony Simons, 16 from Powell, and 16 from Simmons, 13 from Zubac off the bench. He had more than Nurkic, which is kind of interesting, but I guess it is what it is. Zach Collins, 7, and then 7, and then 4.7 from Terrence Mann. So let's see who we get to play. We get to play the Sacramento Kings. All right, so we have maybe another path to the Western Conference Finals. Obviously, you got to get through Sacramento first. You have Jaren Jackson on the team, and then you got Utah and Dallas. So somebody curl around against Sacramento. Hope we don't lose to a 7 seed. Up 2-1 on them. Can we go up 3-2? We do. Beat them in 6, please. Yeah, so we're on to the second round. We got the Pelicans beating the Timberwolves, and then we got Pelicans and Grizzlies, and then we get to play the Utah Jazz, which the Blazers have struggled against the Jazz quite a bit in the past. So we got Stephen Curry on the Jazz, which is how the hell did they even afford that? If he's on a minimum contract, I'm done with 2K. I am literally speechless. Like, how does he sign a $5 million the man is literally an MVP candidate year after year, arguably. How is the man signing a $5 million contract? We're going to lose this series. And it's because of 2K. We're up 1-0 though. I guess 33 for Norm Powell. If you could do that again, Powell, that'd be great. Because we're gonna need it. 2-0. Never mind. Okay, 2K. Sorry for doubting you. We're back in the Western Conference Finals. All right. Let's see who we get to play. It's either Memphis or New Orleans. Either opponent's gonna be tough. Let's see what happens. We're playing the Pelicans again. So if I lose the Pelicans again, I might have to rage quit. Jalen Green, Christian Park, Hamdi Diallo. I feel like our roster is better. I mean, that Utah Jazz roster was ridiculous. But here we go. Game 1, we're up 1-0. Okay. Game 2, we're up 2-0. Good start, but this is where we were last time. Of course. 3-1, please. Yes. Come on, don't let them in it. No, not a game 7 again. Please, 2K. I'm begging you to let me win this game 7. I need to get Dame a ring here. Please, 2K. Okay. All right. It's a back and forth game. Very close game going to the fourth quarter, but I think as long as we don't allow them back in it, I think we did it. We're in the NBA Finals. Let's go. Ben Simmons had 36 in that closeout game. 50%. Damian Lillard, 30 and 16 assists. And now we get to play the Orlando Magic. Boston Celtics end up losing to the Magic. So the Magic have Markelle Fultz, Josh Giddey, okay, instead of, who would that have been? Jalen Suggs, I guess. And then Isaac, Obama, Capella, Cole Anthony. All right. Game 1, we're up 1-0. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3, they're up 2-1. Please don't lose to Orlando. 2-2. Can we go up 3-2, please? Yes. Beat them in 6. Yes, let's go, baby. Let's freaking go, man. We have won a championship with the Portland Trailblazers redoing their offseason. So that is an absolute W. Now, I cannot wait to actually do the Blazers offseason in real life when we get to that series. Like I said, gonna be doing some work off camera to make a my NBA file that makes sense, that does not crash, because 2K is stupid. Don't understand why that's a thing. But regardless, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Leave a like if you did. But this is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.